Good day everyone. So in this video I thought I'd show what happens when your 12 volt battery dies in your Nissan LEAF and what you can do to get your car going again. So let's go and try to turn this car on. As you can see, the car will not turn on. So no matter what I do, foot on the brake, you have a little logo flashing up there, but the car will not turn on. Okay, luckily the hood latch is manual and it's located down on your left. You might not be able to see it down there. Let's look under the hood. In order to open the hood, you need to reach your hand underneath here and pull on a lever to release the latching mechanism. And then you'll see here that there's a rod to prop up the hood, which you'll need to undo. Kind of hard to do with one hand. And just set that in the hole there. So here's a 12 volt battery. This is the same type of battery you'd find pretty much any car. It's probably the part that will die the first on a Nissan LEAF. I believe, I hear that a lot of people are having these batteries die prematurely. What I think happened is that Nissan sourced these very cheap batteries, probably from a Chinese supplier, figuring that since it doesn't have a starter, it could make do with a lower quality 12 volt battery, but they do tend to die pretty quickly. This one is about 5 years old, so it's actually lasted longer than most, but it's pretty dead now. So to confirm that it is the battery that is dead, you can use something like this. This is a very simple gauge. It's also designed to check the alternator. So let's just put that on. The negative terminal is on this side. And the positive is over here. So as you can see, only the red light goes on, so it's dead. Another thing you could do to test to make sure is that move these terminals around to see if they're solid. They may be a little bit loose, and if that's the case, you need to tighten up these bolts if you get a proper voltage with the terminals. Now let's check with the voltmeter. You can see I only have about 9 volts. So anything below 12 volt is not good. Your battery could be just dead if you forgot something on, the door was open. For example, the first time I had my battery die is because I was spring cleaning and I was listening to music, washing the car, and eventually it completely discharged the battery. So what you can do, you have a few options. Obviously, if you find that the battery is dead, you should replace it. But what you could do is just start by charging it up. So you can charge it up using one of these. Obviously these are just a simple 1 amp battery maintainers. You get battery tenders or battery minders. I would recommend that you buy a quality smart charger, not a dumb trickle charger, because that'll sometimes overcharge the batteries. Or you can have something like this, which will charge the battery much quicker. So let's plug this in and charge the battery up. So the charger is plugged in. We just need to put the negative on the negative, the positive on the positive, and it's now charging. So now let's let the charger do its job and come back in a little while to see if the car starts up. Okay, so the battery's been charging for a little while. We are now at 13.3 volts. So the charger's still charging, so the battery's not full. Usually it'll charge up to about 14.5 volts. But we can actually use this battery charger as sort of like a booster. And let's see if the car turns on. And there you go. Now let's see what the voltmeter indicates. We have 14.3 volts and the charger has turned off. That's because now that the car is running, the DC to DC converter is charging up the 12 volt battery, as it should. Now if you don't have a charger or you're in a hurry to get going again, you can always just boost the car. So you can either boost it with another vehicle or, like I have here, a booster pack. So the battery again has been discharged. If you look at the voltage here, you'll see the voltage is 9 volts. If I go ahead and turn this knob, it actually enables the booster pack, and you can see I have 12 volts. And now let's see if the car starts. So again, we have the DC to DC converter now charging up the battery. So obviously, if you had to boost your car, most likely you need a new 12 volt battery. You can buy those at pretty much any auto supply stores. They are not that expensive, they're about $100. And I strongly recommend that you make sure that your battery is in good shape, because you don't want to be in the situation where your car won't start and you need to ask another vehicle for a boost. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time.